Today's video, I'm going to be trying and finish my entire physical TBR this month. Let's see if I can do it. It is currently June 22nd. How many days are left in the month? There is 8 days left in the month and I have 9 books. One of my goals for this year was to finish my entire physical TBR, and I feel like I've made really good progress with that within the past few months. However, I've been in such a reading slump, and this month something kind of changed and I just fell back in love with reading, and so I did go and buy more books, which defeats the purpose of trying to finish my entire physical TBR. But you know what? I'm just a girl, guys. I'm just a girl. So I now have 9 books. I also have one book that I did buy off of Amazon, but it's being delayed until June 29th. So that book's not on here, but I am currently reading it on my Kindle, and it's called CapCut by Simone. And I'm also listening to the audiobook of Their Vicious Games right now. The books that I have left in my physical TBR, like I said, CapCut by Simone. It's not yet in my hands, but I did buy it and I'm currently reading it, and that's the book I'm going to try to finish first. And then over here we have Their Vicious Games. I am really close to being finished. I'm currently listening to an audio. It's a thriller, which isn't my kind of vibe typically. That's why I'm choosing to listen to an audio, but I am going to try to finish this today. And then these are the books that I got yesterday because Target's having a buy 2 get 1 sale and I had to participate, and so I bought the Mile High series, or the Windy City series. This is the first book, Mile High, and I heard it's going to turn into an adaptation, so I was like, I have to get it and read it because I've heard so many good things, and it's like a hockey romance, which is like totally up my alley. And it's also sprayed edges, which is really cute. And then I got the last book as of now, I believe, in the Dream Harbor series, which is the Daisy Chain Flower Shop by Laura Gilmore. I have loved all of her books, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not a huge small town romance person, but this series kind of like opened up my perspective, and I've really enjoyed them. And look at the Target edition. It's covered with daisies. It's quite literally stunning. And then this book I have been eyeing because I was really intrigued by the cover, and so I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy it because Target's having a sale. And I got Half His Age by Janet McCurdy. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But what I did not realize is that this was the same author that wrote I'm Glad My Mom Died. I had no clue. So I am really, really excited to be reading this book, and the cover is gorgeous, and it's a hardcover, which I thought was really fun. So those are the books that I got from Target. And then I also have Captivated by You by Sylvia Day. This is the last book in the Crossfire series that I have. I think she wrote more, but honestly I'm not a huge fan of the series, so this will probably be the last book I will read from the series as of now. So I only have one book of that series left to read. And then we have the Boys of Tommen series, and if you guys know the series, it's huge. I've read the first 2 books and I'm currently reading the third. I've just kind of taken a pause on it right now, but the series is huge. We can see how much I will read this month, hopefully. The 10th, or no, book 6 is quite literally huge. I think it's a little over 700 pages, but we have the rest of this sack to hopefully finish. Also, guys, tell me why that these sprayed edges ones, books 5 and 6, I got at TJ Maxx for $10, and they're like sprayed edges and everything, and they're gorgeous. Those are all the books I am trying to finish in this month. Like I said, we only have 8 days left, so let's see how many books we can finish reading. I have about a little less than an hour of Their Vicious Games, so I'm going to try to finish that, and while I am listening to the audio, I'm going to do my journaling. And then I'm also wanting to like do some sort of like painting banner for my mom, because this is her last week of training. She's done training for like the past, I don't even know, 4 or 5 years, and she is finishing up her last training at an office this week, so I thought it'd be fun to create a banner for her. And then later this week I'm gonna get her like some flowers and a cute little something to surprise her. So that's kind of what I plan on doing. And I also started an online class. I and it looks really hard. So I probably should start or like look into that today as well. So I have a few things I can do to keep me busy, hopefully for that hour, and then we'll get to some actual reading. So let's get started. Okay, I'm setting you guys up on my tripod right now, but like let's talk about how cute this outfit is. It's so adorable. This top is from Target, and then these jean shorts, I think they're from like, I don't even know, Burlington or something. And then I did my curly hair routine, and I put these clips in while I did my makeup, but I decided that I kind of like them, so they're staying. But anyway, enough of me getting distracted, let's actually journal. Okay, these are my 3 journals. I just finished journaling, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what I use in each journal. So this one right here is super cute. It has a bunch of dogs on it, and I got this from Target. This one I use to just kind of write about anything and everything, whatever I'm feeling, how I'm doing. Sometimes I will go on Pinterest and look for prompts. Sometimes I will just write whatever comes to my mind. It's literally just a free-for-all in this journal. And then this next one is an intentions and reflections journal, and it basically has the same exact prompts every single day, both for morning and night. And I'm almost finished with it. I don't know if you guys can like tell, but I have like the last few pages. I've had this for years. I've been very inconsistent with this, but I am trying to finish it up this year. And this one's just from Five Below. I really liked like the cover of it. It's really cute, but I like how it has like the same prompts, so I kind of know what I want to write about because I already know the prompts. This is the last journal. This is my newest edition. I was gifted this by a friend of mine, and it's called My Journal, Journal in Bloom. And basically each week there's like a different kind of topic, and right now it's on like your workplace / like home environment. And what I like about this journal is that it is different prompts every single day. So something new, something fresh to write about, gets your brain thinking a little bit. And I just love journaling because it helps. I feel like I have a hard time like communicating what I'm feeling, so if I'm able to like understand what I'm feeling through my writing, then I can better communicate it, if that makes any sense. So I try to do this in the morning every single day. Obviously that doesn't always happen. The weekends are a little harder because those days are kind of more unpredictable, but the weekdays I'm usually pretty consistent with it. Okay, so as I think I mentioned earlier, I am taking a summer class. I just finished summer A with an A+, so go me. And now I'm doing a summer B term. This one is for my major. I recently switched, so this is like my first class I've really taken for my major since I switched it. And it's called Intro to International Relations. So it's like the basic of the basics. But I looked at it this morning and it looks kind of intimidating. I have really no clue what I'm doing. The first assignment isn't due till Thursday and it's only Monday, so I have a little bit of time, but I kind of just want to get a gist of like what I'm doing, what do I need to do, because I have no clue what to expect, and there's like an exam on July 1st, so I feel like I need to like prepare myself and get myself familiar with the textbooks and the material. I don't know if I'll do any of the assignment work actually today, but I just like to get an idea of like what I'm working with for the next 6 weeks. So I'm just gonna log in to Canva. I always get them mixed up. So, and while I'm doing all of this, I am listening to the audiobook on my phone, hence the AirPod. So as you guys just saw, I finished Their Vicious Games, and let me tell you, that book, it was a thriller, and quite honestly the ending was a little surprising, but other than the ending, I really did not like the book. Like, it just was not one of my favorites, but I think that's part of the reason why I was on my physical TBR for so long. But I did finish it, which is great. Now we are down to 8 books left, guys. 8 books. So, guys, we're down to 8 books left. I'm currently reading, looking back at this now, I have Honeycut. Like, I bought that book, but it's not going to be here until the 29th. But that's the book I'm currently reading. So, actually, I think I have 10 books on my physical. I'm going to count that as like 10 books on my physical TBR. And now we're down to 9 books because I'll have that book by the end of this month. So, my plan for right now is my Kindle is unfortunately not charged. So, I need to charge my Kindle. And I'm going to read Honeycut by Sierra Simone on my Kindle. And I'm going to go back and forth between like listening it to an audio and reading it, just depending on what I'm doing throughout the day. But I'm also going to listen to Saving Six on audio as well. So I'm going to kind of go back and forth between the two, just depending. And that's what I'm going to be reading today. And I'm going to take a little break. I got some coffee, and so I'm just going to chill for a little bit, and then I will read once my Kindle is charged, and we can see how many pages we get done. But I'm very, very proud of myself for finishing that book. The Vicious Games, I finished in like 2 days because I listened to it to an audio, and I did like a free trial, so that was pretty great. But yeah, that's my little update for you guys. I will see you guys when I'm reading again. Guys, so I'm making the banner for my mom. This is like the outline of it, and then I'm listening to the audiobook of Honeycut on my phone right now, and so I'm gonna paint this and continue to listen. And that's my little update for you guys right now. I'm about like 53% through the book. Okay guys, so it's the next day, June 23rd. I didn't really film much last night, but I wanted to say that I did finish Honeycut by Sierra Simone last night, and oh my gosh, the series, the trilogy is so good. I'm so excited. I'm planning on like finishing the trilogy in July after I finish filming this little challenge that I'm doing, but I really loved it. Kind of left off on a cliffhanger, so I'm really excited. And then I have been reading Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. This is the 3rd book in the Boys to Men series. I've been like reading it and listening to an audio and switching back and forth since last night. But I am, let's see, I am 218 pages through with this book. I kind of want to read to like page 300 in this book, and then hopefully finish it tomorrow is kind of my goal. And then I also started, oh, by the way, I'm listening to this on audio right now. And the book that I'm reading is Half His Age by Janet McCurdy. And guys, I saw this book in Target and I was like, I have to get it. I had no clue who the author was. She was the one that wrote I'm Glad My Mom Died. And I didn't like put 2 and 2 together, but this novel is really, really well. I'm 50 pages through the book. And it's not at all what I was like anticipating. I didn't even read the like blurb in the book. I just kind of went into it blind, but it's not at all what I was anticipating, but I like it. It's kind of like a palette cleanser. And also the chapters are like 1 to 2 pages, and I love that because reading books that have such long chapters can be kind of like exhausting, and I just feel like it's like a little reward, you know? So that's what I've kind of been doing. I also have my coffee right now, and I've been just kind of reading and listening to my audiobook. I decided to put on like a chill outfit, no makeup, no nothing. I'm feeling like really tired, I think because I haven't been getting much sleep and I've been staying up late and waking up early, so I need to like fix that. But yeah, that's my little update for you guys. Hopefully we can get through like halfway in each of these books today and then finish them tomorrow, so we shall see. Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, June 24th, and I'm gonna give you guys a little reading update because I finished this book. I was not anticipating to read this all in one day, but I swear like every chapter I just kept turning the pages and turning the pages. But I finished Half His Age by Janet McCurdy, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And this book was so good. It was written really well. It almost reminded me of the author that wrote Girl in Pieces. Let me see. her writing almost reminded me of the author that wrote Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasson. It kind of was like, I don't know why, it just reminded me of her. But I really enjoyed the book. The ending wasn't, I don't know, I feel like I wasn't very satisfied with the ending, but it was a really good book overall. I think I rated it 3 stars, 3.5, something like that. But I also have been listening to the audiobook of Saving Six by Chloe Walsh, and I have a little less than 100 pages left in this book. So my goal is to finish listening to this, and then I'm going to start a new book. I'm going to read The Daisy Chain. I'm going to read The Daisy Chain Flower Shop. Look how gorgeous. I'm so excited. I have been loving the Harper's Dream series, so I think this book will be exactly what I need. It's a small town little romance, so I'm gonna try to read like half this book today. We shall see if that happens. I think half this book is like 182 pages, which yesterday I read 277 from this book, so I feel like it could be manageable, but I also like don't want to like overdo it and like burn myself out. But I am gonna try it because I'm determined to read all these books on my TBR. Well, most of them. I don't know, the Voice of Tubman series is really long, but we're gonna try. So I'm gonna start this book right now. Actually, I think it's like 12 o'clock, and I'm gonna read this and then I'll make lunch a little bit later. So let's get to reading. Okay guys, so it's officially July 1st, so the challenge has officially ended, and I went from 10 books to 2. I know, it was crazy. I know I didn't film the last few days, and that was just because I was so busy with just life and everything. I was just reading whenever I had the chance I got to, and I didn't really get the chance to pick up my camera and film. But from my physical TBR of 10 books, we are now down to 2, which is super exciting. The last 2 books I didn't get to finish were Taming 7 and Releasing 10, which by the end of this challenge, like the last few days, I was like, yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to finish it, but I am on track to reading these books for the next 2 weeks in July, and then hopefully we finish the entire physical TBR. But I think we made a really good progress. I think I read like 16 books in the month of June, which is incredible. I am so happy to be out of a reading slump. My current reads are Taming 7 and Unloved, which I highly recommend. It's so good. I think it's by like Kate Gregory or something like that, Kate G something. But thank you guys so much for being part of this challenge. It was so much fun to film and to make. If you guys have any good book recommendations or any video suggestions you want to see, feel free to let me know down below. And also peep the new bookshelf. If you guys want a bookshelf tour, let me know. I kind of want to redo my room, or not redo it, but I want to add a few more finishing touches to it. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know down below. Maybe I'll film another video, even though I just filmed the room tour. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It was so much fun seeing you guys. Also, if you guys ever want to see my Goodreads, it's linked down below in my description box. And I'll see you guys back with a video very soon. Mwah! Happy July 1st.